and I asked the girl to put her hand through the box inside, and I put some bubbles and everything and so forth. And when I looked at it and I said, wow, if I show you the image now, you never will believe it's a 19-year-old kid. No retouch, no nothing. It's nothing important in photography. If you start to look at photography as a technical point of view, nobody cares. Okay? What is important in music, it's like the feeling you're gonna get. And that's it. Nothing I can say, nothing I can do. Now in photography, it's the only feeling you're gonna have by looking at the image, how touched you're gonna be. Now the sad thing in 2025, a lot of images, they are not worth it. There's nothing. Most of them, it's like it became bland. Now you look at the image from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000, 2010, images meant something. You know what I'm saying? The campaign, the whole show, but now it's like bland, more or less like before you were drinking a vodka neat, very beautiful and very strong. Now the vodka has been diluted with a lot of water, doesn't taste anything. That's what I think.
You mean to say that no rules?
No rules at all, no rules. I'll give you an example. Let's assume that I have to do a shoot for a magazine and I want to surprise the girl, the model. So I'm not gonna tell her, but I'm gonna have an assistant throwing at her a baby. No, I'm gonna repeat very slowly, okay? He's gonna have a baby in her hand. The assistant is gonna have a baby in his hand and he's gonna throw a baby to the model, and she's gonna have to catch the baby. It sounds dangerous, correct or not? Very dangerous. Well, but baby is a plastic baby, but it looks like a real baby, very heavy like a real baby. Guess what is going to happen? The girl is gonna be like, that's it. That's a great photograph. I didn't tell her. She thought it was a real baby. That's it. But it's not. Surprise. You have to surprise the people. Well, I'm greedy, I love money. So to reject a project, I'm thinking about, no, I never reject it, because I think that many people, they never will have dared to bring project like a racist project, or it's like they know that I will have come and take the plate and throw it in their face, And no. I think the people know better than that. When you propose a project to somebody, you're very careful. Example, right-wing party in France, like Marine Le Pen. She never called me to do a project. But at the same time, if she did, I will say first, I don't want to do it. But then after, we said, you know what? They are paying a lot of money, I'm going to do it. Why? Helmut Newton did exactly the same. He was Jewish. And he had to photograph Jean-Marie Le Pen, and he did it. He made a lot of money, but he made a picture which is like a Nazi from the 1940s with two dogs. So it's complicated to say no. Of course, there is a limit in which I'm not going to do a shoot for the Hezbollah or Hamas. It's pretty obvious. That's like. I'm always extremely concerned about people who have a good intention, like a Red Cross, fight against the racism and all of this. Question that I ask myself, where does the money is going? Yeah? Why do you want to do a project like that? And even if I gave you images, maybe you will keep the images for yourself. I'm very concerned about all these goodies around the world of goodwill, showing how good we are and we are helping. I give you an example. It's a tragedy what's happening in Gaza. You don't have to be a red child to know that. It's terrible. Both sides. I'm a Buddhist, I'm looking at that and I'm saying, it's like organizations like charities, whatever, getting money to help people from Gaza and so forth. And I'm saying, guess what? Where is the money going? Do you really believe for $10, the $10 are going to these people? Maybe 10 cents. The rest goes in the pocket. My life is like movies. Example, I take Eisenstein, the filmmaker, and then when I was a kid, I watched Potemkin. So that gave me a lot of ideas. Then I watch American from the 40s or 50s. The movies gave me a lot of spectrum about art. You know what I'm saying? Art as well, shows, music. It's everything is mixed into a bag, and I'm extremely curious. So every day I am checking everything, like on music, art, words, symbols, name it. But I don't think that there is one person who became like a goodwill, like an idol. Yeah, but you see, the point is I work with many of them, like from David Bowie to Sean Connery to James Bond. I work with all of them. So for me, it's normal. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like you as a musician, suddenly you meet Beethoven is next to you, right? And you have Bach here. And then you talk to me about it, say, well, you know, I work with Bach, I work with Beethoven, and so forth. And you will, it's not that you're going to become a snob, but you're going to say, yeah, well, I'm working with those guys. That's what I do. I work with all of these people. Well, what is interesting about, and you as a musician, you will understand very well, it's like if you write a partition about well, you do it 3 times, 4 times, and then after the 5th time, you say, you know what, I don't think we're going to play that part, it doesn't work. As a photographer, yes, I write ideas, I write a concept, and from the one name, the name of somebody that I'm working with, I'm going to find an idea. So I mix all of that, even to say that when I'm on the set, maybe I'm going to change everything. You need to have a thread, you know, like a skeleton on what you're going to do, and you have to be humble enough. If you feel it doesn't work, you change it all, right at the last minute. It is difficult, is it not? For many people, they are so stubborn, they absolutely want to go. Me, no. I look at it, I start, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. That's it. No, there is no special feeling. It's more or less like if you like movies, it's a question of putting everything in a position. Example, the table here. Now, everything for me is roughly, it could work, but this should be like this, that like that like this, maybe this like that like this. Now, when I'm going to take the photograph of all of this, and if a person is moving like that, it has to flow. And if it doesn't flow, I have a problem. So I'm only interested with the flow of an image. I'm not going to be excited. It is very bad if you start to be excited of your subject. Whether it's a girl, a guy, you have to be very cold. Look at it, totally detached.
At the same time, it means that all details are important.
Oh yeah, that's what I said. If you put a lot of small details together, that's what gives you a great image. And at the end, I always make a mistake in the photograph. Why? Because reality is fabulous, but when reality is too perfect, there is something lacking, the emotion. So I always find something which is wrong, but I leave it like this. You know, and that's the problem with many people who are starting to work in AI. The image is perfect. That's the problem. It's absolutely perfect, and that's it. I do a lot of AI, and my pictures, they are not perfect. That's it. No, I work a lot in colors too. People, they always like to put a number on my head, and they like to see my black and white. But besides that, no, I do a lot of colors, a lot of black and white, a lot of whatever, you know. And I do platinum print, you know, doesn't matter. But I do everything. Mixed media, out of my images and so forth, you know. London, New York, Los Angeles, Milan.
It means that you don't have your home, or you have plenty.
No, I lived in all these places, so I feel very comfortable in these places. In all honesty, all of the legends that I work with, I never had any problems. The only one that had a problem, it's in New York with a young actress who was starting, and she was so difficult. I don't remember the name of that possible legend, which she never became a legend. And it was in New York, and I had to tell her, I said, hey, here's the camera, you can take your photograph yourself. And she started to say, oh, I'm sorry. Now, at all of the people I work with, whatever it's Jennifer Lopez, whatever James Brown, I never had one single problem. We were all superstar and very, very nice. Or maybe because I made them laugh or whatever. I never had one single problem, never. All right, now when you go and see a doctor, yeah, do you think that the doctor, when he looks at you, he thinks that you're a superstar or the richest man in the world, right? Doctor looks at you, he says, okay, I'm gonna help you, I'm gonna sort you out, right? Now, when I work with all these people, they are what they are and I am what I am. So I have no interest of them showing me how good and great they are great. And now I don't have to show them that I'm a star, you know? They are the star, I don't care. The point is like the most important thing is to find something behind them. For example, Johnny Depp, when I work with Johnny Depp, how do I know that Johnny, he came in a super fast bike? He loved bikes and cars. So I asked him to fix a car and a bike. You know, Coppola, he loves to sing. I know that, Italian songs, so I asked him to sing Italian songs. You put the people in another characters, you change the rules, you change the game, and so forth, you know. I'm working in New York for a magazine with Robin Givens. And Robin Givens is the wife of, at the time, of Mike Tyson. So I'm working, shooting, everything is fine. And suddenly, I stopped the camera because I just had something that came in my head. I remember when I was in the orphanage where a priest, he came to see us in the morning and we were 25, 35 kids. And he gave all of us a candy, you know, a lollipop, yeah, red and white, twiddle, twiddle, to suck. And he stood in front of us, looking at us and telling us, please, children, suck on it. And I just realized what was the implication, what he did. And it took me about 30 years to realize that what he did was really bad, when I was working. And I stopped like that. I said, wow. I mean, do you understand that something came to your head 35, something like about 40 years later, you just realize what he's done. It means it was a visual rape on all those children. It's sad, no? Not for me, because I was able to survive the whole thing, but to think about what he did, to give us, to take the time, to give all the children a lollipop. Can you imagine that? I want to do a very big show over there. You know, in Baku, it's like I want to show the people in Baku what we can do. Or, which I call, I like the idea of giving class. You see, that's what I said. Over there, they need people like us to show them different way of working. We are starting a new magazine next year called Love Sees No Color. It's going to be a terrific fashion magazine because I do have a publishing house. No, I think that there is very good prospect now. Baku is a very interesting, like I said, you have oil pits, there is a lot of things, you have shops now. The new museum of Zaha Hadid is absolutely amazing. I mean, I'm going to show you, Mario, the museum designed by Zaha Hadid is absolutely like beyond anything I can imagine. I want to participate to this kind of new strength, attitude with your country. So thank you very much. I'd like to salute Nargis Magazine and all of you guys, and I hope to see you soon in Baku.